this week is awesome because the Chargers and the Chiefs also play. We get so many good games. I mean, this is I had a hard time. So we like to go through games in terms of like highest excitement index. And man, there were a couple on here that rivaled each other. But Chargers go to Kansas City. Chargers play tonight, so we actually haven't seen their Week 6 game. This line could very well move. Chiefs are 5.5 on some books, but 6-point home favorites in Arrowhead. The point total is 52, right under the Dolphins and Philly total. But Chiefs, again, we mentioned when they're struggling on offense a little bit, the Chargers are the Chargers. They will continue to charge. They can be a great team, but I feel like they let the close ones slip away from them. They're dealing with some tough injuries, especially in Mike Williams, but they do get Austin Eckler back tonight, so hopefully their team can stay healthy. Barring anything crazy from tonight's game, Brendan, who do you like in this game, and why?
I think the Chargers did everything right with what they could do this season so far, keeping Eckler off and getting him healthy. They did lose Mike, but now they can incorporate Quentin Johnson a little bit more. And the Kellen Moore Bowl tonight, I just fully expect the Chargers to score 100,000 points. So at least that's what I want. So I think they're going to play well tonight. I think they will win tonight against Dallas. And I think that they're going to cover 6 against the Chiefs next week because they're fresher. They've got a lot of new pieces and a lot of good things to learn from this week's game tonight. And the Chiefs they haven't had their bye yet, and they're a little more tired than the Chargers are. I think the Chargers are going to cover that 6.
All right. You heard it. Now, I will say the model projections have the Chargers at +3. So the model likes the Chargers to cover. It still likes the Chiefs to win outright. Now, as in regards to the point total, it's around 48 in the model. So it's a little lower just due to the nature of the lack of scoring that the Chiefs have had. But the Chiefs defense has actually kind of stepped up in some big games here and there. So I think that we have to give credit where credit is due because the Chiefs defense has actually kept them in games where maybe other teams should have pulled away, especially in games where the Chiefs offense didn't really show up like they usually do. Looking at some of the metrics, one thing we love to look at EPA. EPA is one of the most informative stats when looking at head-to-head matchups. Kansas City, 5th overall in offensive EPA. Chargers, 4th. Now, that is baked in with this week's game, so depending on the outcome of tonight, the Chargers could sway a little bit, but I wouldn't expect it to a whole lot. Now, Kansas City, they're 6th overall in the league in terms of EPA allowed. Chargers, 26th. So that's really the discrepancy that we see on the defensive side of the ball. Kansas City, they have a solid defense. It's at home. Chargers, they have a leaky defense, and it's mainly in the secondary. They kind of let teams pass all over them. So now I will say, so most of those metrics, or most of the Chargers defensive metrics, incorporate the absolute ass whipping that the Dolphins gave them in Week 1. That game just skews their numbers so horrifically bad. So if you take away that stuff, then you actually get a little bit cleaner numbers for the Chargers. But you can't do that. You have to include the numbers. You have to look at everything in its overarching manner. Looking at some of the betting splits, 85% of the bets are on the Chargers right now. 77% of the money is on the Chargers right now. So some of those early bettors are getting the Chargers while they can. What's crazy is this number is actually at 5.5 on some books right now when I'm looking at it. So it's fluctuating 6, 5.5. Dude, I love the Chargers, man. We've been so high on the Chargers this year. And with the way that the Kansas City offense has been playing, I can't feel confident in the Chiefs right now. But I will take the Chiefs 5.5.
Oh,
beer bet it on the board. I will
terrible.
take you right here.
That's horrible.
Sorry, man.
You're giving me 6 points to a team that I think could win. I'm gonna take that every day.
5.5.
We're doing it 5.5.
5.5.
Okay.
Hey, that's better for you than it is for me, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sure, it's your rules. It's just your playground. I'm playing on it.